And I'm going to be honest, I struggle with that. It's so easy to talk about. Oh, yeah, you just go take a bath, take a hot shower, give yourself extra reading time for your book, say no to this, that, and the other. But when it comes down to the moment of truth, like, are you going to do that? Or are you going to just talk about it? Um, I get stuck sometimes. Like this morning, for example. I woke up and I was really feeling like pulled to do my walk this morning. Um, it takes me about 20 minutes to get to the part of my walk that I really enjoy, and then 20 minutes back. That would have left me like 5 minutes to get ready, to get to come up live. And I kept spirit kept going, nope, nope, nope. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And I'm not kidding. I literally like farted around this morning. I'm like, excuse me. I just I was like, I just don't know. And I was dragging my feet, thinking, no. And then finally, I'm like, just put your socks and shoes on. It's not going to stop. They're not going to stop until you do it. So I eventually cooperated, and I did. And I live in a neighborhood, surrounded by people, surrounded by houses. And so I walk down my street and down a hill, and then I cross one of the main streets, and then there's a towpath. And it's very short because they're working on extending it to the next town. But the strip that I have, it goes back by like a little historical building. It was an old train site, a train station, and it goes down and it dead ends into a very, very busy road. Well, I didn't make it that far this morning because, I was on a hustle move, but I did make it, and I was coming around the bend to my favorite part, and I couldn't see a thing. I had my sunglasses on. I was like, I can't see a thing. Like, this is beautiful, and the leaves are gorgeous now. And I was like, I'm going to take some pictures, and it's going to be great. I couldn't see a thing in the space that I wanted to take the picture at. And I stopped and I like moved, and I'm trying to get my camera so that the sun's not just like, psh, wiping out my entire lens. And I stopped for a second and I thought, isn't this funny? I'm finding myself in a conundrum. What I want to focus on, Spirit's not allowing me. It's saying, focus on me. That sun, that was God, that was Spirit, that was source energy, that was universe, that was creator energy going, yoo-hoo, we didn't take you on this walk to take pictures. We took you on this walk to talk to you, and you're not listening. So we're going to completely disregard what you wanted to do, and we're going to shine in your face so that you have to stop. And I thought, okay, well, time to go home because I don't know what it is that you want me to talk about now, because this sounds like I'm going to get in trouble. And I stood there for a minute. Thankfully, nobody was around because it looked like I just completely got lost. But I stood there and I stared at that sun, and I stared at my around, and I said, okay, what is it that you want to teach me? I'm here. I'm blinded by the light, literally. I'm here out in the middle of nature, middle of nowhere. I have things to do, but you want to talk, so I'm listening. And so it showed me that the path that I was walking, I could only see just so far before it completely blurred out to the like blinding light. And it really felt, the message was basically, in a nutshell, don't worry about what's ahead. Don't worry about all the things that you think you need to see, because right now what matters is this moment. And I'm a planner. I've told you this a zillion and a half times. I'm a planner. I mean, it's bad. It's chronic. And I like to control a lot of things because then I know how to handle it when it goes down. If I prep for this, I have plan B and C. So I'm never at a loss. I'm never sitting there, what's that? I'm never sitting there with my pants down like, ah! But so this morning, it was comforting when I allowed Spirit to say, hey, listen, we've got great things up behind us. You can't see because we're really holding your face right now. We want your attention. We want you to focus on us, and we will bring you the beauty. We want you to focus on the next 1 or 2 steps ahead of you and trust that in 10 steps, this sidewalk doesn't fall right off the earth. We've got you. And so I stood there for what felt like 15 seconds, but probably was a little bit longer because then I came back to. It was like time just kind of froze, and I came back to and took a couple more steps ahead, and there were those beautiful leaves, and I was able to get my pictures, and I did take a few pictures. But then on my way home, I was flipping through as I'm like really busting a move to get back here in time. And I noticed that in every single one of those pictures, the sun is there. It's not hidden behind the trees. It's literally, if there's just a sliver of a crack, that sun is just shining right through. And it was a great reminder that Spirit's always there, experiencing every single moment with us. And whether we know the plan or not, that it's okay. And if we just look for the signs of Spirit's there. Sometimes we get going too fast. Sometimes we're like, okay, we're just going to check off the box. Like this morning, I just wanted to check off that box of that walk because I knew I needed to do it. Hold on, my mouth is getting real dry. Spirit's really pushing in this morning. So there was one more thing that I wanted to mention. What was that? Oh, and one of the things that I noticed on my way down to the towpath was, okay, yeah, this is a good idea, Spirit. There's a lot of energy moving through me. I know that I'm being tested and I'm being challenged and I'm being pulled and stretched and pushed and smushed and all kinds of things. I'm really allowing myself and offering myself to be vulnerable, to grow. I'm really in a season of I want to do the things that I came here to do. I want to remain in that alignment. And as I was walking, I thought, okay, check in. This is self care. I'm going to check into my body. And as I'm walking, I learned that my lower back and my hip was real tight. So as I was walking, I'm like, okay, those muscles, let's like, shoulders up and back, and let's stretch and kind of like, and then as I was walking, I could feel that tension kind of move. And I thought, all right, yeah, this is why I'm here. I'm releasing some of this energy. I'm moving my body. I'm moving that energy through my body. And so this morning, on what was like a 40-minute quick walk, was so profound for me that I just wanted to share that with you guys. And so I encourage you to take a walk. Go take a walk. It does not have to be long to be productive. If it has to be in between on a lunch break, go do it. Go move your body. Go move that energy through. Go breathe. Go talk to Spirit. And just allow that moment and allow yourself to stop even when you don't want to. That way, Spirit has that chance to get in there and really talk to you. Because this morning, when I'm done with this, I'm going to journal about it a little bit, and I'm going to enter those photos in so that I can remember what it is that Spirit was talking about this morning. Because I find for me that if I don't journal, I know you guys are like, oh, here she goes again with the journals. If you don't journal, you don't remember it. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but it really does help. It helps you go back. Sorry, Samson is really sensitive these days. It helps you go back and maybe in a moment of doubt or disbelief or like, okay, is this really happening or am I really making more about this? You can go back and you can look and see really, you can hear from yourself in that moment and it takes away that doubt. At least it does for me. So I wanted to share that with you guys this morning. So I want to encourage you, if Spirit is really pushing on your heart to do something, it doesn't have to be a walk. It can be a phone call to a friend or a family member. It could be being nice to that coworker that you really just want to, if you can shift your if you can shift your outlook or your perspective on that situation as, okay, maybe I'm not going to just be nice to them or extend myself to them for them, but I'm going to do it for me because there's a learning lesson in this for me. It'll help you. Like me, I did not want to go on my walk this morning. I had things to do. I didn't want to come up here looking like a sweaty hot mess. I wanted to be on time. I didn't want to be stuck out there and not, fulfilling my commitments here. And Spirit made it work for me. So I encourage you, and I encourage you to do the same, because Spirit will show up for you, and they will blow your mind with the outcome. It might not be as immediate. It might be this afternoon, it might be tomorrow. That grumpy coworker might not be so grumpy tomorrow if you extend a little bit of love today. Or even a family member, your neighbor, whatever the case may be.